Now then everyone, hope you're doing fantastically well. Yeah, Connor, you look a bit bog-eyed. What's going on with your hair, mate? Yeah, I've just got out of bed. I'm just there doing a review. I wanted to get it out straight away. Overriding painful anxiety through that game. We scored too early, didn't we? You know, we scored that goal, I think, from like the 40th minute to the 60th minute. Who knows what could have happened, but we scored early. We exposed Zuma and Mendy, potentially a little bit of one of his first mistakes, Mendy, and I thought we were good in that first half. I thought we were really good, you know. Let's look at... You've got to boil it down. I'm seeing stuff online. Lampard outclassed Bielsa. Listen, Chelsea fans, I'm not bitter. You were the better team, and you deserved your win. He didn't get outclassed. He got outspent. Bielsa got outspent by Lampard. There was about billions worth of talent on that pitch. Our starting 11 was worth less than your reserve goalkeeper. 48.5 million. A considerable amount less, probably about 30 million pounds worth less. Substitutes, for example, the substitutes who Hakim Ziyech goes off and then Pulisic comes on, arguably Chelsea's best winger. So these are the levels we're playing against. So how well did we do? I think we did extremely well. There was elements of our play that annoyed me, and we'll get onto that in a little bit. Like, they were the better team in the first half, but we caused them problems. We did cause them problems, and that's why Chelsea came out in the second half completely different. That's why suddenly they were pressing much higher up the field, and it's very easy to say, you know, it was a masterstroke by Lampard. It wasn't. They just moved 5 yards up the pitch, and when you've got quality like Kante in the midfield, who can recover balls, who's a Premier League winner, it's very, very difficult for a team who are newly promoted to deal with that. You know, we need to sustain ourselves in the Premier League for 3, 4, 5 years. We're coming up against world-class players. So any Leeds fan who's going to come on here and just be like, we're really disappointed with that, blah, 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 you need to give your head a shake. You really do. I mean, people don't like me saying it, but it's a free hit, and it is a free hit. Going up against teams like that, it is a free hit. People don't like saying it because it's like, we've got to be competitive. Yeah, we've got to be competitive, but the realism of it, the realistic, go look in my breakdown, go look in my preview. Money talks, and when you've got value like that on the pitch, the likelihood is you're going to lose the game. And every single player in that game had to be 10 out of 10. In that fixture, we had to be 10 out of 10 to get anything from that. I think Chelsea, with the amount of quality they had on the pitch, they could have been 6, 7 out of 10 to win that game. And I thought we were good. We were okay. We caused some problems in the first half. Second half completely changed. Chelsea took control. But yeah, what else do you expect? The niggle for me is the goals that we conceded. That right-hand side for the first one, just tracking Reece James, basics, the man-marking system for Marcelo Bielsa. Reece James gets free. He did it again. I think Rafinha didn't track him, and he got down there again, and it was a really good save from Meslier. The second goal, and this is the thing, we can talk about world-class talent on the pitch, but you've also got to separate that from just individual errors and mistakes. The second goal from set pieces, we know as Leeds fans, we've not been good enough all year with set pieces. You know, I even remember in the Sheffield United game when they were winning everything in the air. You know, Wolves were winning everything in the air. Everton looked extremely dangerous last week. The set pieces, Mason Mount's delivery was unbelievable, but you might as well have just given him shots on goal. There you go, Chelsea, just have a shot. And that's the basics, may I add. They're just basics of football, set pieces. And I know Chelsea have won, I think, the most in the Premier League from set pieces. I think they've scored 7 goals from set pieces this season, but it was highlighted last night how sort of poor Leeds are from set piece situations, offensively and defensively. We're not good from set pieces at all. And I know from, you know, we all sort of understand that it's not really spoken about, or it's not really sort of worked on in training. That's the vibe you get from ex-players talking about Bielsa's methods and stuff like that. But yeah, that is the element of the game where it really annoys me. It really does, because we concede that second goal, which is a basic set. You know, listen, a moment of quality against Chelsea. What do you expect? As I say, $500 million worth of talent on the pitch, but silly, basic individual problems. You know, that they're the, you know, Cooper sort of trips over his own feet, you know, Zuma then gets free. But there've been numerous corners before that, you know, numerous free kicks where balls have been played in Chelsea winner, Chelsea winner, Chelsea winner, Chelsea winner. And it seems to be there's players free. And that's what I noticed last night. I don't know whether or not the man marking system works in the box, but there's players free. Giroud was free all the time to knock one down. Abraham knocked one down at one point. And the smaller players were getting joy as well from the Chelsea team from corners and, you know, set pieces. So I don't know what goes on there, but Leeds seem to be really sort of like poor from corner situations. And obviously we're coming up against Newcastle, in West Ham, Newcastle, Burnley. We need to really, you know, step up on corners, set pieces and stuff like that, because we're just not good from them at all. We're really poor from them. And that's that, you know, and the third goal was a counter-attack. You know, we were up at one end trying to score a goal. Chelsea broke. So the 3 goals, really. The third one I can deal with, really. But the first one, I think, you know, you guys might think I'm being harsh here. I don't think I'm being harsh. I think Reece James has just bombed on the overlap, and I can't remember if it was Harrison or Rafinha at that side at that time in the game, because I know they switched. But no one was tracking him, and he had the full length of the pitch to run into, did Reece James. Crossed it in, Giroud was there to tap it in. So that's avoidable, just tracking your man. And the second goal was just the most frustrating thing, because it was so easy, and it had been coming, hadn't it, from set pieces. So yeah, I'd really like to see that worked on. Obviously Robin going off was a big blow, because obviously he gives us that height. He's very, very good in the air. Llorente came on. I thought he was okay. That whole weird noise thing from Chelsea was bizarre. Every time he went down, it was, I mean, in the first half, I think we heard on the airwaves, I can't remember if it was, I think it was Ziyech who went down actually, and he screamed as well when he went down. But so I thought that was quite rich that the Chelsea fans were mocking Llorente for doing it, but it was very bizarre. But yeah, I thought Llorente overall did okay. First game against top of the league coming on. He's not played a single under-23s game, and if you are a Chelsea fan watching this, that's what you're coming up against. You know, you're coming up against a centre-back who's literally not played an under-23s game. He's not played a single game for Leeds United, so he came on in light of our main centre-back going off, Robin Koch, and I thought he was alright. He was okay. I don't think he was bad. But there's a considerable height disadvantage when, obviously, you know, Llorente came on and Koch went off. And yeah, Bamford did extremely well for his first goal. And I thought Paddy was brilliant in the first half. I thought he was isolated in the second. And yeah, I wouldn't say a frustrating game. The goals for me were really frustrating to concede. You know, the goals were really frustrating. The overall performance wasn't. Poveda should have had a penalty. It's hands down a penalty. There's a billion cameras around the stadium. But if you're honest, if you're an honest team, if you try to stay on your feet, unlike Danny Welbeck last week against Robertson with an identical challenge, if you stay on your feet, you try to play the game the way it's supposed to be played, you get punished for it. So I go down, always. Go down. Every single Leeds player, if you feel a touch in the Premier League, go down. Just fall over. Fall over, because then you'll get the decision, we'll get the advantage, we'll get what every other club does, what every other player does in this division. We're too honest. We try to play football the beautiful way. We try to just get on with it. And no other team really does it. You know, the top teams don't do it. You know, that's last night, that's Pulisic, he's going down, rolling around, holding his ankle. And that's not me being bitter. It's just how it is. It's the Premier League way, and we're too much of an honest side. That's Leeds United. We're you know, the morals, the ethics of our manager transcend through the squad, and that's how it is. You know, that is how it is. But I am a bit of advice for players in the Leeds squad. You know, if you're watching this, which I don't think you will be, but if you are, just go down, so we'll get a penalty. You know, and that is 100% a penalty. Would we have deserved it? No, 100%. But did Arsenal deserve a draw at Ellen Road? No. Did Man City deserve a draw at Ellen Road? No. It's actually going to be nice to gain some momentum in fixtures, you know, having a set of fixtures, a run of 3 or 4, where we might be able to get some results. We've not had that yet. You know, we might have had a decent fixture, but then the next fixture's always been a really, really tough top 6, top 8 team. So I'm really looking forward to that. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. How did you see the game? This is what we always do on this channel, innit? How did you see the game? It's a community. Let me know exactly what you think. If you're a Chelsea fan, let me know what you think. What do you think of Leeds? It was really nice to hear Giroud's comments as well, saying that, you know, we absolutely ran him ragged. We ran their whole team ragged. in terms of just fitness and grinding them down. You saw that in the first half, the amount of opportunities we were able to carve out, and we nearly got there and we didn't. But you know, it's going to be nice to have a run of fixtures where we can actually, up to sort of the back end of January, we've got a run of fixtures where Leeds can pick up some consistency in terms of points, not just every sort of other game playing one of the top 6, traditional top 6 or top 8. So as I say, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thanks for joining in. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in a bit.